Hello everybody, welcome to English with Engli-teach. Today you are going to be learning more English with me, Alison from Engli-teach. But before we get started, make sure that you go along to Engli-teach.com where you can open up your free access account. The free access account is a 100% free way for you to start learning English online at home. Every single week I will provide you with a free English resource to help you with your free live English lessons that we provide here on YouTube and also over on our Facebook page where we have nearly 40,000 people learning English with us every single day. But if you really want to take your English even further and a lot faster, do this. Join my live video English classes online. These ones are paid, but you will be learning your English with me in a private video class and up to 3 other adults. This is the best way for you to practice your spoken English if you do not have the possibility of going to a language school. Okay, now let's get on with today's English lesson. Accumulate, accumulate. Now when you accumulate something, you get more and more of something over a period of time. An example? I seem to have accumulated lots of English books over the last 5 years, and I hope that's true. Let's move on to the next one. Abide, abide. Now, if you abide something or abide by something, you accept something. Now, let me give you an example. And this is something that I may or may not have said to my own teenage children a fair few times. If you live in my house, you must abide by the rules. This might sound familiar to some of you watching this right now. Let's continue. Sort, sort. Now, sort is the past tense of seek. When you use the word sort, you make an attempt to find something. Let's have a look at an example. For a while, English lessons were highly sought out in person, but now most prefer to learn English online. For a while, English lessons were highly sought out in person, but now most people prefer to learn English online, like you are right now with me. Forgave, forgave. Now, forgave is the past tense of forgive. And when you forgive someone, you basically let them, when you forgive someone, you aren't angry with them anymore for the thing that made you angry in the first place. So it's a diminishing, a reduction of your anger. So you have forgiven them in a sense. An example? It took me about 4 years before I forgave my wife for smashing up my new Porsche. Can you imagine? My goodness. Let's move on. Misled, misled. Now, misled is again the past tense of mislead, mislead. Now, when you mislead somebody, you cause someone to have the wrong idea or the wrong impression about something. You are leading them to believe something that's slightly different from the real truth. Now, some people do this on purpose, in a sense like a form of criminal activity or just to be a bit of a delinquent. But some people do this by mistake, completely naively. Let's have a look at an example. Your promotional offer said $19.99, but now you want to charge me $59.99? I feel that you have misled me. Okay? Some people might add, I feel you may have misled me on purpose, which means you know that they did it intentionally. However, I would be very careful about adding that to avoid legal implications. Move on. Articulate, articulate. I love this word, articulate, and so will you in a moment when you find out what it means. So when you articulate, you pronounce clearly. Your pronunciation is very, very clear. Your articulation is very, very clear. Let's have a look at an example. In her English exam, she articulated each word with precision, laser precision. So in her English exam, she articulated each word with precision. So she spoke or she pronounced each word with precision. And hopefully after this lesson, your articulation will also be completely precise. Let's move on. Devise, devise. Now you can also be divisive. So let's have a little look at what this means and how you use it in context. So when you plan something, when you devise something, you plan or invent something. So sometimes people plan things because they want to intentionally deceive, like criminals would plan to rob a bank. But often people aren't devising to do something to be a criminal, they are doing it to create a planning strategy for themselves, their business or other. Let's look at an example. I have devised a 10-week plan to help you learn English faster. See our website for details. And in actual fact, this is 100% true. If you want your English to get better, faster, come and join my 10-week online program where you can learn English every single week for 1 hour a day, pure focused English lesson with free supporting resources. Okay, I have one more advanced English verb for you for today. Plummet, plummet. I love saying this word, plummet. And it's got a very delicate and a light t at the end. Plummet, plummet. Not heavy, it's very delicate. Plummet. Now, I'm sure you've heard the word plummet before, but plummet, like a lot of verbs, can have different meanings depending on which context they are being used in. So I'm going to give you two examples, two very contrasting examples of how you use plummet. So let's look at the first one, after we've discovered what it means. So to plummet is to fall quickly and suddenly. Something or someone can fall quickly and suddenly. So the first example is talking about an action that happens to someone. A climber was killed when he plummeted over 1,000 feet down a high mountain. So he quickly fell, he suddenly plummeted down the mountain. You can also use plummeted in a different way. Share prices continue to plummet as investors pull out on their stocks. So here we're talking about the value, perhaps, of share prices, how much they are, the value of them as they quickly fall. Think also of Bitcoin, for example. That could also be another example. So thank you so much for learning English with me today, Alison from Engli-teach, and don't forget to let any of your friends know about Engli-teach if they want to start learning English online with a beautiful British accent. See you next lesson. Goodbye everybody.